at each other, look back at him. The money ain't enough. $1,500, that ain't gonna do nothing but feed me and him. We a whole mob. If you want us to take care of that for you, then we want the power. So Officer O'Reilly like, power? OG like, yeah, we're gonna need you to have your officers turn a blind eye for us the way they do for the good brothers. Everybody know they let them niggas do whatever they want long as they don't tear up the prison. We need that type of power. So basically, we would need the ball taken out of their court and put into ours. Sergeant O'Reilly leaned back in his chair and pondered on it. Then he tell OG like, man, that ain't gonna work for me. That's too many people involved. We got to keep this between us. So how about I up the ante and we make it a clean 10,000. I'm going into my savings, but I need this done. Without giving it a second thought, both of the OGs like, yeah, we could do that. How we gonna get our money? That's easy. Just give me an address. I deposit the money out the bank, get it straight to you. So OG like, okay. So when you want this done by? Sergeant O'Reilly like, man, I'm gonna need it done this week. So OG like, damn, fuck you do to you? Sergeant O'Reilly put a serious face on. Tell him that's irrelevant. OG like, excuse me, champ? Well, we gonna get that address to you. And we gonna need half up front, half afterwards. A little security deposit, that's all. Sergeant O'Reilly like, I already know. Meanwhile, the good brother Tion is in another good brother's cell using the cell phone. Talking to Taisha, she telling him how O'Reilly done went off, beat her all up, pulled her eyes up, bust her lips. She sending them pictures over the phone of all her bruises and shit. This put Tion in a rage, because not only was she like his girlfriend, but she was also one of his major ways how he was getting shit in there. And by her telling him she quit the job because she don't want to work around him and she moving out and all that, sent Tion over the top. He get off the phone. He in the cell with the other good brother walking back and forth like, man, this bitch ass nigga, man. Get to showing the brother the picture like, man, look at this shit, man. So the brother asking Tion like, why she ain't get him locked up? He putting his hands on her like that. Tion walking back and forth. He like, man, I don't know, man. So the good brother who Tion's cell was in made a suggestion like, man, won't you call uptown? Had the good brothers uptown holler at that nigga real loud, man. And that caught Tion attention. So Tion asked him, like, who numbers you got? So the good brother tell him, like, shit, blase blah, such and such and them. He like, shit, man, you the skipper down here. All you got to do is holler at him. So Tion tell him, like, look, I'm going to come back and holler at you later on at the feed up. I need you to put that together for me. Since you already familiar with them brothers, I'm going to let you go ahead on, tell them what I need done. The good brother like, shit, that's what it is, big brother. He can give him a 5, and he was out of there. All right, so fast forward. Later on that night, Tion come back down to the good brother's cell. They call uptown on the cell phone. Shoot some good brothers off of Green Mountain Avenue. The good brother run it down to him. Gives him Sergeant O'Reilly address, his work schedule, everything they need to know, down to the license plate numbers on Taisha car that her and Sergeant O'Reilly shared together. And see now, these good brothers from off Green Mountain Avenue with some little young ruthless niggas that was all about building a rep and making a name for themselves. To set them aside from the other neighborhoods, you couldn't even walk through there back in the day. So they tell the good brother, like, man, tell Big Home we gonna do that for him. They thinking that Tion an older nigga because of his rank and status. But anyway, they like, yeah, tell him we gonna stand on that business for him ASAP. So when they get off the phone, the good brother tell Tion, like, shit, it's done. I done put the order in. So Tion just smiled like, yeah. As he turned around to walk out the cell, he just was thinking to himself, like, damn, my arm really long. I really just reached outside the jail and ordered some shit on a CO. He walked in the day room feeling like a boss. Meanwhile, pulling up at the bank after he finished his shift, Sergeant O'Reilly hops out, runs up in the bank, withdraws $10,000 out of his savings. He take $5,000, shoot it over West Baltimore to the OG blood nigga grandmother house. Drop that off. Hop back in the whip and just sat there thinking like, yeah, he think he's slick. I'm gonna show him how slick I is. When he get back to the house, Taisha done took all that shit and left. He was already expecting her to do that though. That what she always do when they beef. All he thinking is she be back. So he hop out the car. He got the other $5,000 in the knapsack. He hit the key fob, locked the doors on the car, and as he attempted to walk up the steps to go in the house, Two niggas pop out on him at the same time. One come from behind this side of the house, the other one come from on the other side of the house. That's flank him for real. At gunpoint, they tell him, don't move. He freeze. He looking at them. These niggas got on black ski masks, and they both got big-ass revolvers. One of them was shorter than the other one. The nigga was like 5'9", the other one was like 6'2". So he standing there looking. The shorter one snatched his car keys out his hand, hit the locks, opened the doors. The other one got the 357 pointing at his head. O'Reilly ready to piss on himself. But when the dude started the car, he thinking they trying to carjack him or something. So the tall nigga asked him, what you got in that bag? O'Reilly just shook his head like, yeah, man, just take it. Just let me go. He handed him the bag. Slim snatched that shit out of his hand. So the shorter nigga like, come on, let's go. Now O'Reilly like, what you mean? Tall nigga like, get the fuck in the car. Put the gun in his face, get the fuck in the car. And pushed him in the back seat. Told him, lay the fuck down. So now he panicking, his heart racing. The tall nigga running around the other side of the car, jump in the back with him. Put the joint to his head. So Sergeant O'Reilly like, come on, man, where we going at? Where y'all taking me, man? So the tall nigga like, you mean where you going? So O'Reilly like, where I'm going? That's when the tall nigga like, hopefully the hell, motherfucker. Boom, boom. Blew your shit all over the back seat. They got the car, hurry up, hop out, run. Round to the back of the house, hop over the fence where they had the getaway car stashed in the alley. They hopping that murk off. Skrrr. Gets up out of there. A few nosy neighbors start to come outside. They get to looking around because they heard the car peel off. But they ain't see shit. And because Sergeant O'Reilly got shot inside the car and his windows was tinted out, they didn't even know he was in there.